All right, so this is the list that you've sent me. Let's start with the latest one. Sorry, the earliest one. Uh, okay, it's here. So weak areas in CET: visual reasoning, number series, add a wrong number, questions and statements, arguments, definitely and probably caselets, questions and mathematical calculations. I'm left with 2 marks in the pack that are provided. Could you please let me know where to get more marks practice? Okay. Yeah, you will be getting more marks practice on my end itself. You'll get 5 more marks. Don't worry about it, Stuti. Okay. Uh, Going forward, LR, we are input, output, coding, decoding, slots and weaknesses, quant, TI, verbal reasoning, grammar, and vocab questions. Okay. All right. We'll talk. Then you have Zeal. It's just credentials. Okay. So, not a problem. Uh, okay. In mock 7, my action score 120, mock at 110, I hold 5 sets, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Practicing VR. 2 minutes to solve simpler questions. Okay, I'm doing probability questions. Blah blah blah. Okay, RC reach. Okay, okay, I got the point. All right. So Neha says that she has a question actually. Okay, no problem. We'll talk about that too. Tushar. Okay, how to follow these kind of tables? You've given a question too. I'll talk about that. Today's mock scored 120, mock 12. Okay, that's pretty nice. Uh, Inequality based coding on the strength and weaknesses DI tables around 90 seconds. Okay, that's too bad. Number series takes around 5 minutes to solve a set. Okay. Quant tend to make error. Okay. Visual reasoning keep it at the end, but cause effect. Okay, cause effect as well. All right. So let's talk. I hope you're there. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's talk. Okay. This is weird. Okay. All right. So I just want to see how many are there. Okay. So I just want to talk about it. All right, guys, tell me. Hi, Shushant. How are you doing? Caselets. Bhargav will talk caselets tomorrow. I'm very sorry because today I'm just going to have a problem with compound interest. What problems do you have with compound interest? Please type your problems in compound interest. Whatever you have, guys. I have sent a mail regarding my weaknesses too. Okay, I know that, Zeal. I'll show it to you as well. Show it to everybody else as well. Okay. Where is the weakness, by the way? Okay. Let me see. Mm, okay. So Pawan, okay, Pawan, you had a query, latest query. Deepak More, your weaknesses are approximation, course of action, arguments. Yeah, everything is an error. You should write CT. Do you think so? Okay, fine. Just joking. Okay, mock solutions of mock 4. Harsh, I have given an entire discussion video on the same. So okay, when the class was okay, day after we're gonna do visual reasoning. Tomorrow we do caselets. Okay. Uh, Okay, quant, DI, verbal reasoning, grammar, vocab. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Let's talk. Let's talk. So I think a majority of you, how many questions expect in geometry? Around 2 to 3 questions. P and Q can work 15, 20 days. PQs are joined some. P joins a Q after some days and total works 14 days. After some days, no big deal. So P can complete in 15 days and Q can complete in 21 days. So I'll just say 15, 21 is here. Okay, and the LCM taken will be like 15, 21. 15 has 3 in common with 21, so I have 7 and 5, so 105 precisely. So this is like 7s are, this is like 5s are, this is 7 5 I was speaking about. Okay, now if they ideally go for it, they can finish the work in approximately 9 days. Okay, not sure, I mean, it's just an approximate value, but they finish in 14 days. So basically what happens is, what the question says is, P joins Q after some days, which means Q is working alone precisely. So Q is working alone. Now we want to get this work done in 12 days, right? So now once you have P and Q joining, they'll do 12 units anyway every day. Okay. So now we have to find a multiple of 12, so that keep on reducing 5 from it, because sorry, keep on 7 from it, because P is working alone if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Uh, just a minute. So P joins Q after some days, which means P is working alone. Keep subtracting 7 from 105, you have, first of all, you have 98, okay, and then you have 91, and then you have 84. So I think 84 is a multiple of 12, so it's done. 7, and then you have 1, 2, and 3, but it comes just 10 days. So it'll further go down. Okay, so in such cases, I think options, using options is the best thing to do. Okay, so I have 7 now, subtract 12 again, 7 again, so I have 77, and then subtract 7 again, I have 70, and subtract 7 again, 63, and subtract 7 again, 56. Okay, and then subtract 7 again, 48, and this is, I think this is done, because this is 4 days and must be the 10 days out there. Okay, that's how it's done. All right, so that's precisely the point. How many questions do we expect on geometry? Around 2 to 3 questions. Sir, I'm only giving your marks, that enough? I think that's enough if you have decent enough marks to write 2 a day from tomorrow. There are 20 points out of this, 5 points going up. Shape of an aeroplane. How many circles can be drawn passing through these points? What is shape of an aeroplane? Okay. Shape of an aeroplane. You have to just tell me what shape of an aeroplane is all about. Are we considering aeroplane to be like a 4-point figure or something? Okay. Think about that. Okay. First, tell me that. Sir, I haven't done Venn diagrams yet. Is it important? Okay. Yes, it is very important. I sent you a mail. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I just read it out. Question like a at the rate b, a greater than b takes a lot of time. Okay. We'll talk about that. All right. So okay, let's move further. So now we have 13 viewers. Thank you very much. Welcome. How are you doing, guys? Just message me whatever doubts you have. A at the rate B and B at the rate C kind of questions. Okay. Now let's say if I have A at the rate B means A is greater than B. Okay. And let's say if I have A $B means A is more than equal to B. Let's say if I have A star B as A is less than B. Okay. Let's say if I have A hash B means A is less than equal to B. And let's say I have A ampersand B. I mean, we use dollar, sorry, ampersand, sorry for dollar sign. Ampersand B means A is equal to B. And let's say I have a question, P at the rate Q ampersand R star, let's say S. Okay. So now I just like do one thing. Whenever we read a question like that, okay, just make this way. At the rate means more than equal to. Okay, for that, sorry, more than, I'm so sorry. Other it means more than, dollar means more than equal to, etc. Just write these down, 5 instructions down. Okay, and then you have to just play with it. P more than Q, ampersand is equal to, star is less than S. Now keep in mind, these kind of signs are called rigid signs, and these kind of signs are called movable signs. When I say rigid and movable, precisely this means this, that if I have P more than Q more than R more than equal to S, for example, this is a movable sign, so I can intersect S with R because it's a movable sign. I can move this element here. So it's as good as P more than Q more than RS. So if the conclusion says P more than R, you say yes. Okay, that's the point. Got the point? If you say P more than S, still yes. All right. So these are called rigid signs because they cannot be shifted. Now we cannot shift Q here, but these are movable signs we can move, okay, easily. One more thing in such kind of questions is when you have a greater than and less than together, let's say I have P more than Q more than R less than R, I cannot derive anything between P and R. So in this kind of a question where you have asterisk means less than, okay, which means you have this kind of a thing, if you go to the conclusions directly, if you have S and P in the relationship in a conclusion, it is cannot be followed. All right, that's the basic hint here. Okay, so rigid movable is one thing, and then when you have different signs like this, it's cannot be followed. Either or is like this. If I have A is more than equal to B is more than equal to C, and the conclusions are A is more than C and A is equal to C, both will follow either or, because A can be more than C and A can be also equal to C. Got that? So let's say if I have A more than B equal more than equal to B more than equal to C, C less than D, I cannot derive anything between A and D. But carefully check if the conclusion says this, okay, it is either or again, because a any element can be either equal to, less than, or greater than, okay, then the other element. Yeah, let's talk further. uh, okay, I took time and IMS was easy. IMS is not easy precisely, but still time gives very difficult. I have Rohan sir's mock. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, this is called numbers mock. Please call it numbers mock. All right. Okay, no offense here. Anyway, so let's move forward. Yeah, the more questions here. What if P is greater than Q is equal to R? Okay, the same thing. I just explained that to you. Just have a look. Is that rule applicable also if sign is more than equal to less than equal to? No, not really, Bhargav. Okay, not really. It depends. It depends. Very cheeky as a rule. So more than equal to less, I told you these two, the sign that you wrote, more than equal, less than equal to, are precisely movable signs. So you can move the elements with each other. So it's not applicable as such. So precisely if I have, let's say, P more than equal to Q and Q less than equal to R, both these guys can move actually to Q. So it's not applicable that way. Yeah. Y is in the east of X. So sorry. All right. So I have, where are you? Yeah. Yeah. I just clicked on a name precisely. Okay. Where are doubts? Okay. Kushal, you got to tell me what exactly you mean by aeroplane sign, by the way. Okay. That will make more sense because that's how it's supposed to be done. All right. So, okay. I have problems with compound interest. Now, compound interest is something that is like very simple. Yeah, precisely. Because if you have 10% rate, all you got to do is 100, increase 10, don't look at a zero, square the number 11, cube the number 11, and that's the answer. These are your compound interest amounts in the next 3 years, precisely. Okay. Right. Okay. Pretty cool. Caselets we'll talk tomorrow for sure. Uh, okay. Let's talk further. So now we have, let's say, my strengths are DILR, VS, okay, fine, blah, blah, blah. How should I improve accuracy? In which QA is still not able to score 100 plus. Sushant, you may refer to my lectures on YouTube. I have given almost every quant lecture is there up. Okay. No more than my CMAT last this year. Okay. So in that case, we'll consider that to be a rhombus. Okay. So we have how many points? 20 points, if I'm not wrong. Uh, okay. 20 points, 5 are collinear. All the points are in shape of how many circles can be drawn passing through that point. Okay. So all the points are arranged along in the shape of a rhombus along the shape of an aeroplane precisely. So all 20 points are like this. Okay, 5 are collinear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But how can all be arranged in the shape of a rhombus if only 5 are collinear? I think we should have more collinear points precisely if I'm not wrong. All right, I'll just look into it. Just give me a while. Okay. Uh, let's read the question again. So 5 are collinear. All the points are in along the shape of an aeroplane. How many circles can draw? See, when I talk about circles, it's always C3, by the way. Okay. So when you talk circles, it's always C3 because 3 points can form a circle for you. Okay. Now it depends on how they arranged and stuff. I think there's some information missing out here, but still try to look at it. All right. So caselets. Yeah, we'll talk caselets in a while. Compound interest. So yeah, I just explained that to you. Compound interest is precisely all about like multiple. If you have a multiple of 10, it's gonna be 100, 110, 121, 1331. Okay. Let's say if you have multiple of 10, like 20 for that matter, 100. 144 square cube. All right. That's how compound interest is supposed to be solved. All right. Okay. So talking about more weaknesses. Talking about people. Verbal section is very easy except the part where heavy vocab is used. Any word list for CET. Okay, word list for CET should be the 1,000. I would say 1,000 most frequent words of GRE. This is one source. Okay, other sources, word power made easy. The last few pages where you have only like word and meaning given to you. Yeah, these two sources are perfect. A train can now fit with faster than a car. Both start A and reach point B. So, okay. On the way, the train lost 12.5 minutes stopping station. What is the speed of the car? Okay. But you're gonna tell me one thing, Pratik. At least tell me the time when car reaches. Okay. Just tell me that at least. Something should be there at least. Okay. Both start A and reach point B 75 kilometers away at the same time. Okay. Same time they're saying. Okay. Fine. All right. So let's talk. In that case, you can just have a comparison. A and B. So now A and B, the difference between A and B is 75 kilometers. There's a train, there's a car. Okay. Both start together. You have a comparison here. You might get a ratio here, Pratik. You might not get the exact value. Okay. So train can travel 50% faster than the car. 50% faster means if train goes at 3, car goes at 2. Okay. Now train reaches the point B the same time as the car reaches the point B. Okay. Now 75 kilometers away. So let's say train would have taken 25 hours. Okay. And car would take on the other hand 37.5 hours. but train lost some minutes, right? Train lost 12.5 minutes stopping at stations. So train lost 12.5 minutes, which means it actually did not finish in 25 hours. It finished in 25 hours, 12.5 more than 25 hours. Okay, 12.5 minutes more than 25 hours. Okay, so 25 hours plus one fifth of the time, one fifth of an hour more. Okay, 12 point, sorry, not 12.5 minutes on one fifth. 12.5 minutes is 12.5 on 60. This many hours more. Okay, but still, I cannot find the speed because of only one reason, that I don't have any ratios given to me. Yeah, y is in the east of x, which is north of z. Y is in the east of x. Okay, so I have, let's say, y, x is here, let's say y will be east of x. Okay, which is to the south of north, which is to the north, sorry, I'm so sorry, north of z. So x is north of z. Yeah, so z will be south. If p is in the south of z, if p is in the south of z, so p is further down here, then which direction, sorry for that, then which direction is, I'm so sorry, uh okay, again here, oh okay, so then which direction, I guess, which direction of y is p facing? So in that case, the direction of y that p is facing is basically southwest. Okay, so p is southwest to y precisely. All right, I hope that's pretty clear. Let's talk further. So what else do you have to say? I'll just start my, again, the other account. Okay, so I have Sneha. Sneha says, I read that weakness. DI, verbal reasoning, inference, statement, assumption, question. Okay, now understand this. It's a very simple thing. Okay, assumption, ask why. Okay, inference is something that can be challenged. It is not always true. Okay, it is a perspective. Okay, conclusion is definitely true. It cannot be challenged. Okay, say therefore, say hence, and then try to fit in the sentence given to you, and it'll be fine. Okay, so that's how these three things work. All right, so could you show how to do CI when not 10%, like 17 or 19%? Okay, let's say the CI percentage is given to you as, let's say, 12%, let's assume. Okay, now in such cases, either the question will have approximation. If it doesn't have approximation, do it as 10% only, raise it till 3 years, making it 33.1%. Okay, and slightly above this answer will be your answer, which is 12%. Because in small percentage values, CI and SI don't have a lot of difference as such. Okay, so you can just, or you can do it either way, this way: 12 12 12. Assume this is simple interest, 36, increase it 39%, and then find the difference. Yeah, same thing, exactly the same thing. This year CET has 4 or 5 options. It can be anything, it doesn't matter, trust me. Number of options shouldn't be a concern for you, honestly speaking. Can you send me a solution for logic PDF you send? Yeah, I won't send a solution. Yeah, there'll be videos. Please hunt for them. You'll get a lot of them, so don't worry about it. All right, so now we have 24 guys. How we doing, guys? All of you, cool. So okay, so now let's look at another doubts if we have a few. We have Deepak's doubt. We spoke about that anyway. We have Pratik. Okay, Pratik has sent me a Word doc. Okay, mock analysis doc. All right, let's just look at it. So what it says, let's talk about that. Okay, so precisely today's session was conducted for the same purpose, that you will probably solve a doubts of people who, who send me a doubt, who send me the doubts up front. All right, so okay, please do that. Okay, mock scores pretty good. Yeah, Pratik, you scoring decent. Not a worry at all. Areas of good strength: high speed, high accuracy, 90% accuracy, coding, inequalities, analogy. Okay, fine. Weaknesses: visual reasoning, critical, especially inference, getting almost all wrong most of the times. Okay, inference is something that you need to pay attention to. Okay, let's talk inferences for a while. Now this is a verbal thing. Let's talk inferences. Okay, now you have, let's say, definitely true, you have probably true, you have data inadequate, you have probably false, and you have definitely false. Okay, now let's understand this. When I say definitely false, for example, let's say I say that all cricketers, sorry, Sorry for that. All cricketers uh, are good husbands. Okay, and I add one more. Dhoni is the best of them. Is the best among them. Okay, whatever. So it doesn't matter. Definitely true would be something like Rahul Dravid is also a good husband. Okay, so I would say definitely because all cricket are good husband has been spoken to me. Okay, uh, probably true is a little dicey here. Okay, because we have made very extreme statements. Okay, Dhoni is the best of them, something like that. Something like Raina comes second best. Okay, can be a probably true statement. Data inadequate will be something like, let's say, XYZ cricketer cheated on his wife. Oh, not cheated on. I'm so sorry, just not cheated on his wife. Plays brilliant cricket. Okay, yeah, so it'll be data because we don't know about that. Okay, probably false would be XYZ cheated on his wife. Okay, it's probably false because they're saying all cricket are good husbands, so it'll be probably false. I mean, you never know. Okay, definitely false would be something like uh, somebody is a bad husband because got the point. So you directly go against the statement good husbands is going to be definitely false. Okay, definitely true is in sync with it. Okay, probably is something that has been, see, definitely true is conclusion. Okay, probably true is something that is that can be inferred. It depends on people. So now if I say Raina is the second best, it depends on somebody else's wife may term it better, for example Dravid. Okay, for example, let's say Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, somebody like that. Okay, data insufficient or data inadequate would be somebody, it's been spoken of something else which is not mentioned at all. Okay, probably false will be somebody cheating on his wife because they're saying good husbands, and definitely false would be he's a bad husband, directly negating the fact. Okay, that's precisely how inferences are supposed to be dealt with. All right, so that's how this is. Let's move further. So let's see what else you have in mind. Um the difference between simple and compound annual certain sum is for 2 rupees 4% per annum rupee 1 sum is okay 4% per annum. Now when I have 4% per annum, SI is going to be 8% straight, but CI is going to be 104 square. Now what is 104 square? That's how it squares. My technique of squares helps you here. Okay, 10808. Okay, remember the technique of square. 104 is 4 more than 100, so add 4 and write 4 square, not 08, sorry, 16. I'm so sorry. So write 4 square here. So I have 16. Okay, so 10816. So the extra part you get is 8.16 minus 8, which is 1.16%. And now you're saying 0.16% is 1 rupee. Okay, so 0.6% is rupees, 0.16% rupees 1 percentage I send there. So I have 0.16 is 100, 16 is 10,000, and I can cancel 16 with 10,000, like, a lot of times, like twice at least. So 2500 and one more time with 4. So I have like around 625 rupees. Yeah, that's precisely the answer. Okay, so that's very easy. Again, strength, logical, verbal, moderate, quant, visual, weakness, DI, huge weakness, RC. I just refer back to my RC lecture, Mansi. I've just uploaded that in your group, in your online group. Please refer back to that. Okay. All right. Let's move ahead. Where can I increase my score more? You can increase your score more after I see your mock. Let me just analyze your mock once, and I'll help you with that. RC, please refer back to the class. Okay. All right. Any more doubts, guys? So you tell me. What else do you have in mind? So that's very easy now. Anything which is like less than 10 is very simple. Okay. So let's say I have 109, I mean precisely 9% as a rate of interest. The compounded will be 118 and 81. So it's going to be 18.81. Okay. Notice carefully one more thing. I just realized this. Okay, I'm somebody who likes finding techniques right away. Okay, and right there. Okay, if you notice carefully, for 4% rate of interest, we got the difference as 0.16. For 9% rate of interest, we got the difference as 0.81, which are squares of 4 and 9. Okay, so for 7%, henceforth, you'll have a 0.49. Okay, I just realized this. I mean, pretty cool, but I mean, not a big deal, but okay, I mean, good enough. Yeah, so you directly have the number with us. So if it's 4%, it's going to be 16. Okay, if it's 5%, it's going to be 25. If it's 6%, it's going to be 36, and so on. All right. So okay, what else you have in mind? um yeah, I'll be sending you a solution in a while. not today, but however. All right, so let's talk further. Uh, let's look at few more doubts if they have. Okay, so I just spoke to you about that, Pratik. So that's pretty good enough. Uh, Tushar, I've catered to a doubt of number series. They're all cubes. It's 12 cube, it's 14 cube, it's 16 cube, 18 cube, 20 cube, 22 cube. Okay. Most of the time lost with question, even if it consumes a lot of time. Okay. Don't worry. Just refer to number series. Google it up. By next year, thankfully, I'm gonna have my website having information and questions and all, where the first thing I want to upload in my website is number series. Okay, it's pretty ordinary if you think carefully. Okay, but it gets a little extraordinary when you have something like this: 32. Let's say you have 37. Let's say you have 47, and then you have, let's say, 58, and then you have, let's say, 61, and then you have 68. Okay, what's the next number? All right, so now you get pretty confused. Now normally what you do is you always find the difference. If the numbers are close by, you always find the difference. So difference here is 5, difference is 10, difference is 11, difference 13, difference 7. Now I have no idea what these numbers are like, because I mean they're not going in trend, they don't even go in trend. I mean there has to be something like similar. Okay, normally in number series, ordinary number series, you always get a trend here. Okay, keep that in mind. If you don't get a trend here, find one more difference, you get a trend there at least. So you have 5, 1, 2, and 6. Again, I don't have a trend, so it doesn't make sense finding these numbers as well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll understand this difference with this number. Always do that. 5, how is 5 to 32? How is 10 to 37? How is 11 to 47? You have to think that way. Okay, how is 13 58? Okay, now if you close the check, 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 7 is 10, 4 plus 7 is 11, 4 plus 13, 6 plus 7. So 6 plus 8, 14, and that 14 is going to get added and it's going to be 82. All right, that's how this number series works precisely, and a very, very beautiful number series, in fact. Okay, yeah, so that's how it functions. Okay, so questions like choose from options, what denotes A is a son of B, consume a lot of time, please help. Okay, Priyanka, for that matter, I'll just talk about blood relationships, maybe like in a while, okay, or something like that. Or I have a video for that too, in fact, if you want to refer it back to. Okay, but because basically we survive on generations here. Okay, so if I have A plus B divides C, I want to find out A is a son of C or not. I just check for plus is what. Let's say plus is father, so A is a father of B. If A is a father of B, he cannot be a son of C, so you can straight away eliminate the option. That's the point. Okay, so that's how we check. We check generations basically. Okay, but still we'll talk about that in detail once we have a question set with us. All right, so let's talk further. Let's see. Okay, so 23 now precisely. Okay, another. Okay, this is done. We have taken 19 mocks and stuff. Okay, I'm following a sessions increase, unable to join. Okay, no problem, no problem, it's fine. Tushar, you've told the strengths and weaknesses. Tables takes around 90 seconds to solve a question. Okay, I'll just download this and we'll see what it is. He says table takes around 90 seconds to solve a question. Many time there is calculation error, number series, approximations. Okay, grammar. Okay, content to make error in order to complete question quickly. Okay, okay, fine. Let's see what table you've sent. So y by x is given to you. What is it exactly? Let me see if I've missed out on some other. Tushar is supposed to tell me exactly what kind of table was that, because I know that kind of a table, but I don't know the question to do so. Okay, I have no idea what am I supposed to do. So yeah, if this is the data given to you, okay, this is the first row is the data given to you, then in that case the ratio that they have, 35 and 28, has a ratio of 5 by 4. Okay, because 35 is 7 fives and 28 is 7 fours, so it's 1.25 that way. So a by 30 is 1.20, so a is going to be 13 to 1.2 is 42. Okay, b by sorry 80 by b is going to be c, which we don't know right now. 70 by 50 is going to be d, so we know d at least. 7 by 5 is going to be 1.4, so 1.4 is d. 80 by e is 1.33, so basically e is 80 divided by 1.33. Now what is 1.33 precisely? 1.33 is basically 80 upon 4 by 3, so you can cancel 20 and you get 60, so you get the value of that particular thing, whatever you send me. So e 100 by f is g, so we don't know g. Okay, So I have the value of A, I have the value of E. I don't have the value of B. I have the value of D. I don't have F and G. There must be some data given to you about F and G. Please check back again and let me know. All right. Anyway, so coming back. All right. So let's talk further. Yeah. So I saw a lot of weaknesses and strength, and I found out that DI, visual reasoning, and caseless are serious. Like kind of like everybody has a problem with those things. So what I suggest you is, let's do one thing tomorrow. We'll do caselets tomorrow at 9 p.m. in the evening, and we'll do visual reasoning tomorrow, day after tomorrow at 9 p.m. I think this should solve the problem for you both, for all of you guys. Okay, I want your attempts to increase at least by 10. Okay, when you finish these two videos with me. All right, so that's one thing. All right, so let's move further. Assumptions cannot be a weakness for anybody, by the way. Analytical puzzles can be. Sir, a problem. Okay, fine. Compound says solve a problem. Rahul. All right. At least 20 problems come and take a lot of time. Which one? Compound interest. No, it cannot be compound interest. Okay. Farah got married 8 years ago. Farah got married. Farah got married. I'm so sorry. I heard GT together. Today her age is 1 plus 2 times time of age present. At present her daughter's son's age was, what was her daughter's age 3 years ago? Okay. All right. So she got married 8 years ago. Today her age 1 plus 2 by 7 times her age at time of marriage. Okay. Pratik, if you can give me options, it'll be wonderful, because then it's very easy to decode. Okay, because precisely if I have daughter's option, okay, I can find out whatever, and I can go here and I can go here. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, just give me options, because problems in ages are always to be solved using options, nothing else. Okay, keep that in mind, because if you write equations like, let's say x is the age when she got married and plus 8 years, and then you just go like whatever, you go crazy, seriously. Okay, because you'll not get the answer in the stipulated time you expected to get the answer in. Right. Okay, so take one Venn diagram question. What Venn diagram question do you want? Any Venn diagram random question? If you can give me, it'd be better. I don't mind like doing it anyway. So let's say I have number of elements in A is 60, number of elements in B is 40. Okay. Number of elements in A intersection B is 20. Okay. Now something like this given to you. Just give me a very basic example, not seriously like the Venn diagram will be asked. Always start with the centermost 20, and then A is 60, so it's 40. B is 40, so it's 20 again. Okay. This is how you're supposed to anyway start filling your Venn diagram. So always fill your Venn diagram like that. Okay. Now when sometimes you have a three-set Venn diagram, 1, 2, and 3, they might give you at least one number here, or at least one number here or somewhere. Okay. And the rest will be all related to this number. You just build it up. If it comes to 5 marks, I don't mind spending 3 minutes on this. So definitely go for these kind of questions. Okay, don't even think of leaving them. Okay, all right, so let's take it forward. So what do you say? What do you say further? Okay, approximation sums where I find something like 86 raised to cube, 0.1 raised to cube. Okay, 643, that's the only options you have. 6, 4, and 3, that's the only option. Sneha Savant, can you give me an example to how to solve the ages problem? Yeah, I'm just giving you. I'm just hunting for the options from Pratik. Okay, so sums where we have 86 cube. Okay, in 86 cube, I'd suggest Zeal, 86 raised to 1 by 3 or raised to 3. I just 0.1 raised to 3, correct. So 0.1 raised to 3. So 86 raised to 3 precisely. Okay. Now you know that 80 cube is 1512000, and 90 cube is 72900. It'll be more towards 90 cube because it's 86. That's the only catch here. Okay. Just go for it. Look at the options and you'll get the answer. 643. Is it the only option that you have? 643. Okay. What about 3 years ago? Now, 3 years ago, if the daughter is 6, question mark, okay, percentage of blah 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 is, you missed out on the first number, it seems. Missed out on the first number. Okay. uh Sneha, please type the first number again. Okay, so 643. 643, if it's 643 daughter's age, you have, let's say I have 6 as the daughter's age. This is the age 3 years ago, right? What is the daughter's age 3 years ago? That's what this question says. So 3 years ago, if it's 6, okay, right now it's going to be 9, which means right now she is 54. Okay, because at present her daughter is 1/6 of her age, so right now she's 54. Okay. And she got married 8 years ago, which means she got married at 48. Okay, now you just have to check with 48 divisible by 7 because it's 1 plus 1 by 7th time. Okay, which means 8 by 7th time precisely. Okay, is it divisible by 7? No, so ignore 6. 2 by 7, sorry, 2 by 7 is going to be 9 by 7. Doesn't matter, but 7 is always in the denominator. That's the point. It's a catch. Okay, they have 4. If you have 4, the daughter's age will be 7 and her age will be 6 times, which is 42. Okay, 8 years ago, I'm so sorry, 8 years ago here would have been like 40, 46. Sorry. Okay, 8 years ago here would be like 34. Not possible again. Okay, next option says 3. If it's 3 for daughter, it's gonna be 6 currently, and her age is gonna be 40. Is it 8 times? Just a minute. 1 6, sorry, perfect, 1 6, so it's going to be 36. Okay, so precisely 8 years ago is going to be 28. And is it this 9 by 7 times? Yes, it is, and that's the answer. Okay, that's how we work. Can't be determined. None of these are remaining options. Yeah, it can be determined for sure. None of these cannot be the answer because I just got the answer for you. Okay, all right, so let's talk further. Yeah, Shreya, I will take Venn diagram question. Just give me a while, or maybe like we'll do it in the coming, like I now I got to know that Venn diagram is an issue again, so I'll just talk about that too. In a certain code, blah 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 means blah 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 means. Okay, are these words just tied up? The question is that, because see, ZZ is going to be very very. Okay, had a horrible dream. Had a horrible dream. Realize your dream. In these two things, you have dream common, so it's going to be like zo. Zo is going to be dream. Okay, and that's it precisely. Nothing else can you find out. Horrible is going to be common in these two, which means horrible is going to be GE. Then you can find GI is going to be the dream thing. Sorry, not the dream thing, had thing. And then realize your you cannot find because not anywhere else you have realize yours in common. Okay, so I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay, let's move further. So 643, the answer is 3 precisely, Pratik. Okay, add 3, multiply by 6, and then you have 9/7 of it, and that is absolutely 36. That's how the answer is built. Okay. Yeah, I just solved it. I just solved it, Manisha. I get information 1 minute before you get information, so that's precisely the point. All right, so let's move forward. Okay, so we have a decent video viewing. Okay. All right, so I still want this value particularly, this value in particular. Yeah, what percent of 532.1? Okay, I want that, Sneha, from you. Sorry for that again. I just by mistake clicked on your profile. Okay, so right. Hello, sir. Hi, how are you? That's cool. Okay. So when it comes to Venn diagram, make sure you like always start at the center, and then you have something like 1/5 and 1/6 and blah blah blah. You can just make it up, okay, and get the answer sorted. Okay. Uh, all right. So what else is your issue? I want issue. I want more problems. Okay, no problem. We just search for this. So okay, Neha says she wants to solve 8%. Do you have any answers for hand up? Keys for the hand up? Yes, I do. I will be mailing that to you like maybe tomorrow or something. All right. Uh, to Mark 1 projected score, my score. Mark 2, okay, fine. That's pretty cool. Your score has reached higher here, by the way. Very nice. Why do you want to refer Bayes' theorem? What is wrong with you? Bayes' theorem is like reverse, okay? It's like is this way. If you go ahead, decision making, decision tree. Okay, let's say I have bag 1, bag 2, I have yellow balls, I have red balls, I have yellow balls, I have red balls. Okay, now Bayes' theorem will say this, that what is the probability that the red ball chosen is from bag B1. Okay, so for that your denominator will become all the probabilities of choosing your red balls, basically from B1 to red and B2 to red. Okay, and your favorable case would be only from B1 to red, so B1 to red is going to be favorable. So for example, let's say I have 6 yellow balls here, 7 red balls here, 5 yellow balls here, 8 red balls here. What is going to be the chance of a red ball? From bag B1 it's going to be 7 by 13. From bag B2 is going to be 8 by 13, thankfully. But what do you want? Only B1, so it's going to be 7 by 13 on top. Okay, now since the number of balls are same, 13, 13, 13 cancels, you have 7 by 15, and that's precisely the answer. Yeah, that's how it works. Bayes' theorem works this way. You find out the denominator first and then adjust the numerator. All right, let's talk further. In 2000, Uma celebrated birthday on Sunday after how many years in the same day of the week? Okay, okay, Sneha, I'll do that. Okay, 2000, you celebrate on Sunday. Okay. Sita is Amit's sister. Amit. Yes, definitely. Okay, Amit is always a male. Sita is always a female. Okay, trace it back to a lot of things. Okay, you'll understand. Fine. That's an in-between joke, Rahul. By the way. Anyway, so the point is, uh, anytime you assume the genders to be the way the names are, okay, do not change that precisely. Okay. Okay. So in 2000, Sunday. So if you celebrate your birthday in 2000 on a Sunday, okay, which means that 2001, let's talk years. Okay, uh 01 precisely, I would say the answer is cannot be determined, because you don't know on which day she born. Okay, if she's born before 29 Feb, her birthday might come very early. If she's born after 29 Feb, her birthday might come a little later. So I'll just explain that to you. From 0 to 01, if this is a Sunday, let's say today is Sunday. Now it depends on which day we are passing. If you're already in July of 2000, then this will be definitely a Monday. However, if we are in January of 2000, this day is going to be Tuesday. So that's why we cannot be determined. Please take Syllogisms question. Yeah, I will. Uh, I mean, you can refer it back to my video again if you want to. I just joined my CET first day, first show. I want to know which 30 questions to skip. Cost 200 are not possible for me. Mahesh, I would like to suggest one thing, that 200 questions should be possible for you. Refer back to my yesterday's or day before yesterday's video. I've given a strategy there. How do you attempt 200 questions easily? Okay, just please refer it back, because that will be very helpful. You cannot just skip 30 questions, because if you skip 30 questions, you're not going anywhere. Okay, because as I explain all the time, 170 is your attempt is. Your normal accuracy is 80%. 80% of 170, 17 eights are precisely, it's going to be around 136, and another 20 30 that you bluff, you'll get 2 correct or 3 correct, so it's going to be 139. Okay, so it's unnecessary, a waste of time. Okay, try to attempt 200 questions. All right, that's my suggestion, by the way. Okay, so that's precisely going to be it. 1.6 years, 5 years, 3.28 years, either 1 or 2, either 2 or 3. Okay. Oh, sorry, 1.6. First is 6 years, 5 years, 28 years, either 1 or 2. Can be either 1 or 2, precisely because let's just find out if that is the option. If 2000 Sunday, we'll track it down this way. 2001 is going to be either a Monday or a Tuesday. Okay. 2002 is going to be either a Tuesday or a Wednesday. 2003 is going to be either a Wednesday or a Thursday. 2004 is going to be either a Thursday or a Friday. 2005 is going to be, because 2004 is a leap year, either a I'll just take it +1 and because anyway you're going to cross it. So you're going to go either a Saturday or a Sunday, and 2006 going to be either a Sunday or a Monday. So yeah, precisely after 5 years and after 6 years, either 1 or 2. I'd come across this question in coding where they had a word which was nowhere in the question. They assumed new code altogether. Can we assume like that? No, it's very unlikely to have such questions in your coding papers. Don't worry about that. Okay, Zeal, chill. Yeah. So let's go further. Okay. So I think Sneha, that's the answer. Option 4, either 1 or 2. You just did that. Then take leap years and go ahead, and that's precisely going to be it. Okay. So even if she's born before Feb or after Feb, you have either or as an option. So definitely it's perfectly fine. Either after 5 years or after 6 years. All right. Let's move forward. Let's talk further. So yeah. So precisely from tomorrow, what I want from you guys is I want your doubts to be in place. Okay. Type your doubts. Please take questions on cubes. Okay. Cubes. Okay. Uh, cubes is a 3D figure. Okay. Three-dimensional figure. There are a lot of things in cubes, by the way. Not just about cubes, but a lot of things more about cubes. Okay. First of all, you need to understand the structure of a cube. Now, let's say I have a 3 by 3 by 3 structure. It can completely cover 1 by 1 by 1 structure. Okay. It can completely cover that structure 1 by 1 by 1. Okay. Which means if I want to cover 1 by 1 by 1, you got to have a 3 by 3 by 3. If you got to cover a 3 by 3 by 3, you got to cover a 5 by 5 by 5. So now in specific, you tell me what question do you want me to cover, okay? Or get me a question tomorrow. It'll make more sense, because cubes is like something that I teach for like 2 hours in my class. So I cannot just do it like 20 minutes here, okay? So specifically, get me a question. All right. Let's move forward. So yeah, tomorrow what I want you to do is just type your doubts down in Word or something, okay? And then keep asking me questions one after the other, okay? On the same ground that you're asking me right now. Corn enough to poultry farm for 9 days. Number of birds is 12. The sack daily feed daily feed is cut by 10%. The sack of corn lasts for 30 days. Okay. Now I'd like to know one thing. When the sack of corn lasts 30 days, when the number of birds is reduced, or number of birds is like 9. I mean, whatever X initial number. Please give me that first. How to input output faster? I explain that to you. I mean, okay. Let's say you have something like 79, 16, 81, 20, 35, 11. Let's say I want to have a shifting here, ascending order. I won't go shifting. I'll just say one step here, one step the next number, one step the next number, one step the next number, and that's it. Because 79 and 81 have already occupied their own positions. Because 79 and 81 is to be the way it is. All right. So I think that's good enough, because all you gotta do is just number them according to logic given to you. Nothing more than that you gotta do. Okay. All right. Let's talk further. All right. Okay. So the hall tickets are out precisely. People have sessions on 14. People have sessions on 15. Okay. Some people have it on 14. Some on 15th. Okay. So that's the best part here. On 14th, we're gonna have a YouTube live again and talk about what was asked exactly in the paper, and that will be taken ahead on the 15th. Okay. Yeah. So 15th, guys, please make sure you uh, are active and live on YouTube at the specific time mentioned on my Facebook channel. All right. Okay. So uh, let's talk further. This is the only question. Okay. Hi, sir. Syllogisms. If all A's are B's, conclusion some A's are B's follows or not? Yes, it follows, Neil. Because if I say all A's are B's, some A's are B's for sure. Okay. Might be some portals might say the other way around, but CET wise, it definitely follows. Okay. Yeah, Neil. So I think that doubt is very clear. And you asked this to me like before as well. I said the same thing, but still, that's perfectly cool. Okay, I understand the anxiety here. Okay, a sack of corn is enough to feed a number of birds for 9 days. If number of birds reaches to 12, the daily feed is cut by 10%. Sack of corn lasts for 30 days. Okay, so they're saying that there's a number of birds we have, and for 9 days this is the capacity, but the number of birds if it's reduced by 10, sorry, it is 12, and the daily cut by 10%. Okay, so daily consumption is basically precisely the same thing, 9 days. So it's going to be 9 by 10 of the birds now, because it's cut by, sorry, it's reduced to, sorry for this, 12 birds, and you have the consumption as 10% reduction on the initial consumption that you have, daily consumption. Okay, so that's, let's say, X. Okay, and you can then solve this easily. Okay, so that's how it works. Because if the daily consumption reduced by 10%, let's say something like this is given to you. Let's say B is the number of birds, daily consumption is, let's say, uh, some kilos. Okay, and you have 9 days last for, and now the birds are 12, daily consumption is 9 by 10 of a kilo, and you want to find 30, you have given 30 as the number of days it lasts for. Okay, kg cancel, 9 cancel, 10 cancels 3, so birds 36. All right, so that's how we solve this. All right, so let's move forward. uh, we have 21 viewers now, and we're coming towards the end of the session. Now, what I'll suggest you is just send me more doubts and queries that you have, so that we have something more to discuss on. And I'd say that's it for now. Input output questions, only single input, and ask 5 to 6 questions. How to solve these questions faster? Mahesh, you'll have to give me more examples here. You will be very, either mail me. I'll give you a mail ID. My mail ID is numbers by Rohan Rawal. Okay, at Gmail. Okay, you can mail me here, and you'll get all the info. Okay, you can mail me the question. Send me a screenshot like the way the others sent. Okay, and also you can follow my Facebook page, and you can send it over there as well. So you just type like facebook.com/ the same thing. Okay, here. All right, so I think that's it for now. We will wind up here, and I need more doubts and more clarity here, because it's Tuesday now. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 days to go, and you have your exams coming up. So please make sure you get your things sorted. I still have to receive your IDs and passwords of my portal. Please give it to me so that I can check one mock and have a one-to-one session with you guys. Okay. A cube is divided. Okay, we have wind up, and he gave one more question. Okay, it's fine. Sure. 975 divided 315 smaller cubes, obviously. How many cubes? Single colored, two colored, three colored, four colored, no colored? Okay. Okay. Now we have a cube of 9 into 7 into 5. Okay. Now no color. So you cannot color cube on four sides, by the way. Okay, because when a cube is being structured this way, there is only three faces exposed. So you cannot color on four sides. Okay. No faces would be the internal cube. So it's gonna be 7 into 5 into 3, which is 105. Okay. One face will be, let's just talk three faces. Three faces will be the corners, which is always 8. Okay. Two faces would be the edges. Now how many edges do we have? Now the structure is of 975, which means we have an edge of 9, we have an edge of 7, we have an edge of 5. Okay. Now the edge of 9 will be, how many edges? You have total 12 edges. So 4 edges of 9, 4 edges of 7, 4 edges of 5. On the edge of 9, you'll have 7 cubes which will be colored in two faces, because when you talk edge, the two cubes go away for the corners, so only 7 last, and 7 4 is 28. And on the edge of 7, you'll have 5, 20. And on the edge of 5, you have 3, which is 12. 12, 28 is 40, and 20, 60. 60 is going to be two face. One face. Now since we have a structure of 9 by 7 by 5, the faces is going to be 9 by 7, 7 by 5, and 9 by 5. You'll have two faces per head. Okay, every face will be like, because when you have a face, you cut down this, cut down this. These are the guys who are one face colored. So two faces colored, I mean one face is colored will be center would be 5. The center guys for this will be 5 by 3, and center guys for this would be 7 by 3. So it's going to be 35, 15, and 21, which is going to be 50 and 21 is like 71, and double of that is two side, because this face is there and the opposite is also there. 71 twice is 142. Okay, and that's it. That's precisely no face, three face, two face, and one face. You cannot have four faces. All right. Okay. Passcode questions, their input output important. Yes, they are. We'll talk about input passcode questions tomorrow, Tishti, for sure. All right. So that's it for now today, guys. Enjoy yourself. Have a nice time. Tomorrow we'll have a longer session. We'll have it for 2 hours. We'll see how it works, and later on maybe on Saturday and Sunday, we'll have Saturday precise, not Sunday. Saturday we'll have a discussion session where we'll discuss what kind of exactly what CET questions were like. Not exactly the same questions, because we have an NDA to be signed and stuff like that. Okay. So we're doing that. Thank you very much. Have a great time.